Hello and welcome to Cabrillo Unified School District State of the District for 2017. Tonight, we're going to talk to you about the state of the district, and as we do, I want to ask you to consider how well we are doing at helping our students' dreams come true. Because when it comes right down to it, that's our primary job. This presentation is not filled with data, although you'll certainly hear numbers throughout. Instead, you will hear the story of our district, where we've been, where we are going, and how we will help our students achieve their dreams. We know we are succeeding for students because the majority graduate from high school and attend the college of their choice. Or they get to be the first in their family to attend college, and some even the first to graduate from high school. At the same time, we know that not all of our students are realizing their dreams, or perhaps they don't even have dreams or a positive vision of their future. So tonight, we're going to talk about what we are doing right, what is allowing most of our students to pursue their dreams, and what we need to do to help all students dream and realize their dreams. So let's start with the class of 2017, our graduating class of Half Moon Bay High School. More than 80% of these students have been with us since kindergarten. So their success is a good measure of our success in helping to prepare them for their futures. Because so many of our students are with us from K through 12, we have a somewhat unusual ability to measure our success and identify where we need to grow by looking at this graduating class. This is much more difficult for districts that do not serve the full K-12 or that have a high rate of attrition. So let's consider what we know about this amazing group of students that just left us. 91% are pursuing some form of post-secondary education. 59% of them completed the University of California A to G requirements. Our graduates are attending some of the finest universities in the country, including Stanford, the University of Pennsylvania, Brown, and the University of California campuses as well. These students come equally divided from all of our elementary schools. So no matter how you start Cabrillo Unified, the end will be quite successful. From looking at our climate survey, we know that 76% of these 12th grade students feel that they belong at their school, and 82% felt respected by their peers at the school. More than 85% of these students were involved in some form of sport or extracurricular activity. These are great statistics. But do we have room to do better? Yes. We know that 3% of Half Moon Bay High School seniors did not graduate, and not every student who aspired to college is attending this fall. Throughout this presentation, you will hear the various strategies in place to help address these issues. Now let's look at our graduating class from Pilarcitos High School. Pilarcitos is our alternative high school. It's a place where we give many specialized programs and supports to students who are struggling or somehow just don't fit in at Half Moon Bay High School. The graduation rate at Pilarcitos High School has consistently improved throughout the years, and this year we graduated the highest number of students we have in many, many years. Now let's start at the beginning. Here is the class of 2030, and let's talk about these little ones. How do we help them develop a dream and achieve their dreams? As they come into our system, what do we offer them? What do we need to do to ensure their success? As we go through this presentation, you will hear more about how we are addressing these challenges. So who are we? Our kindergarteners are entering a district that is quite unique in the Bay Area. We're a small town district in a rural setting, but within easy commute of our neighbors who are suburban and urban. Our students come to us with different life experiences than our neighbors over the hill, and as mentioned, they start earlier and they stay with us longer. A large percentage of our students are in our classrooms from kindergarten, or TK for that matter, through 12th grade. Currently, we have 330 employees, and we serve about 3,250 students at 7 schools. Hatch, El Granada, Fair Longview, and Kings Mountain are our elementary schools. Cunha is our intermediate school, and Half Moon Bay and Pilarcitos are our high schools. So we are big, and we are big in terms of our geography. We cover roughly 135 square miles. That makes us the second largest district in the county, second only to La Honda Pescadero. We're diverse. As you can see, we have approximately 51% Hispanic or Latino students and 41% white, Asian 2%, Filipino 1%, 2 or more races 3%, and other 2%. On top of these statistics, we also have approximately 45% of our students who are eligible for free and reduced lunch, and 27% of our students are English learners. We are future-oriented. Our kindergartners and our students in system are entering and in the system that is preparing them for the future, their future. In 2012, our community approved an $81 million bond, and we have accomplished a lot. We have completed the construction of the new Pilarcitos High School. The District Event Center located on the Cunha campus also was opened. The high school track and field renovations are complete, and Phase 1 of Hatch Elementary School opened this fall. So how do we make sure that our students are making the progress that they need to? The California Assessment of Student Performance and Progress, known as the CASP, is one of the scores that measure student proficiency. And we administer them because we have to have ourselves in compliance with all state and federal regulations. However, the CASP scores by themselves do not tell us nearly enough about our students, nor are they necessarily predictors of success in our district, as the graduating data clearly shows. Instead, we use a variety of tools to measure our students' success, and tonight I'm going to show you just a few snapshots of what we learned about our kids last year. Literacy is absolutely one of the most important things that this district does. If a child cannot read, then the district has failed in one of its primary obligations to students. Third grade is a pivotal point to measure progress in reading proficiency, as it is traditionally the time that is thought of when we cease to teach children to learn to read, but from there on in, students read to learn. We know that isn't true anymore, as the highly complicated and complex reading materials that our students face as they go through the grade level continuously cause us to be constantly teaching students to read. However, third is an extremely important point. The Big Lift goal, and we are part of that, which is a goal to bring all of children in San Mateo County to 80% proficiency by the end of third grade. Our current data indicates that 53% of our third graders were on grade level. We use this data to inform our decision-making process about instruction and intervention. As a result of this data, we are taking the following actions. One, very strong professional development and a focus on very first best instruction. Small group interventions by district reading intervention teachers. Technology-based reading interventions, and both extended day and extended year interventions. In addition to monitoring the academic progress of our students, we also monitor the climate of our schools and the factors related to the social emotional well-being of our students. As you can see, we surveyed for data involved with climate and school climate at each of our middle and high school. So on the left, you see Cunha score, and on the right, Half Moon Bay High School. One of the very nice parts of our surveys that we have is that they can be compared to national data sets. And if you see this, our Cunha data puts us at about the 60th percentile compared to the rest of the nation, and our high school is at the 70th percentile. That's not good enough, and we need to continue to improve in this area. So, what are the actions that the district will take? First, we need to maintain a wide variety of classes and opportunities for our students to become active in the leadership of their schools. They need to feel invested in their schools. We need to increase our focus on courses and intervention that address kindness and empathy. Both of these are pivotal factors in creating positive school climate. We need to continue to work on our positive behaviors, interventions, and supports, also targeted in this direction. And finally, we need to continue with the expansion of our student-based services. Right now, that does both group and individual supports for students. We are expanding it now to add faculty supports and parental supports. Let's look at some more data. We also monitor attendance, suspension, expulsion rates, dropout rates, and graduation rates. As you can see, our attendance rate has increased. The suspension and expulsion rates remain extremely low. Dropout rate has decreased. Graduation rate has increased. These are great numbers, but to maintain and to improve on them even more, we must continue the wide variety of advanced placement, career technical, early college classes, and all of the career pathways that we have at our high schools. We must ensure supports for our first generation post-secondary education students through advancement via individual determination, AVID, in grades 6 through 12, and even sooner if possible. We are beginning to look and examine whether we can pilot AVID in our 5th grade. We need to increase and expand our student-based services, wellness services, to make sure we have both our students, their parents, and our faculty and staff taken care of. And finally, we need to ensure that all students are learning English as a second language as they that all students who are English learners as they come into our school district in kindergarten are ready to reclassify by the end of 5th grade. Based on the data that you've seen so far and many, many more data points and discussions with parents and the community, the district has arrived on 4 major educational goals. Goal 1. All students shall have the necessary academic skills so they are college and career ready. There shall be a particular focus on literacy and reclassification of the district English learners. This is our goal of literacy. If we cannot give the gift of literacy to all of our students, then their dreams cannot come true. Goal 2, increase the percentage of students who are engaged in curriculum that enables them to be college and career ready. This focuses on the fact that our students need to be engaged in educational activities that are both academically challenging, but also offer students the opportunity to engage in real-world projects and activities. Goal 3, implement a stakeholder communication plan to support parental involvement and regular updating of school activities. Goal 3 is very important. It relates to the partnership between the district and the parent community. Parent participation enhances the growth and development of students. The district appreciates and is grateful to our parents for the great things that they do for our kids. Goal 4, create a positive school climate where students feel safe and supported. Goal 4 realizes that unless our students feel safe and supported and welcome on our school campuses, that learning will not and cannot take place at the optimal level. As they progress through school, our kindergarten students will be supported in many ways, each designed to ensure that all students have the opportunity to achieve their dreams. Many of them have already received support through our Big Lift initiative, which even begins before kindergarten. Once they are in our K-12 system, they will find that we are committed to offering them not just academic support, but the social and emotional support as well. We measure social emotional factors and we set goals every single year based on the results of our annual climate survey. We also use positive behavior intervention and support to increase our students' empathy and support of each other. High school students who will be the first in their family to go to college receive support from our AVID program. We would particularly like to highlight our brand new and just in its infancy early college program, because even when we've met every need of our students, we know there are barriers beyond academic success and social emotional well-being that prevent students from attending college. This new early college program is a strategy to help students overcome the challenges faced for lack of money, food, and transportation. The program is a partnership between the San Mateo Community College District, through the College of San Mateo, and the Cabrillo Unified School District. When completed, the program will offer students the ability to receive both a high school diploma and an AA degree in 5 years. So what are the challenges the district is facing? As many districts in San Mateo County, we are facing an enrollment decline. For us, this is particularly troublesome as we are allocated the money from the state based on the number of students that we have enrolled. Our approximate allocation from the state is $8,000 per student. As you can see from the chart, based on the loss of enrollment, the district has lost $752,000 over a 2-year period. Couple that with increasing costs of pensions, both STRS and PERS, and health and welfare costs, which continue to escalate, and it would be problematic. Add to it on top of that the cost of living of the Bay Area and the continuing inadequacy in state funding to the point where the state actually gives negative cost of living adjustments. And we have a major challenge facing the district. However, we have a secret, and that secret is our community. The unfailing support of this community through its voter-backed initiatives such as Measure S, the $81 million school construction bonds where you saw the results earlier in this presentation. Measure B, the parcel tax that generates approximately $1.8 million in revenue for this district and enables this district to continue to offer our reduced class sizes in the lower grades, as well as many of the support services that you've heard as well. Our parent groups, such as the PTOs, SIPA, the boosters, and the foundations. The civic groups, such as Rotary and the American Association of University Women, that offer volunteer hours in the classes, specialized coursework for our students, And finally, the thousands upon thousands of countless volunteer hours by our parents have enabled this district to maintain the highest quality of education under these heavily challenging financial times. To complete this presentation, I thought I would add a few thoughts of my own about the future of Cabrillo Unified School District. I see that we are in a region thriving with innovation and offering opportunities for our students to work in one of the most successful and thriving local economies in the world. Our students are creative and they are ambitious. Our community supports us when we ask for local investment. This district is rich in resources despite inadequate funding from the state. With the continued support of our community, Cabrillo Unified School District offers our students the education and experiences to make their dreams come true. Thank you very much.